let's talk about probably the most stinky performance of the entire weekend.
Who that?
After all the offseason expectations, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'm going to let y'all hear this one. Giants fans, what happened to Russell Wilson right now? He looked terrible, guys. Terrible.
Yeah, man.
Should he start in week 2?
Wait. You thought he was terrible?
He was terrible.
I thought he was
Russ
terrible.
was terrible.
So you thought he was the worst part of that offense?
No, running game was the worst part of that offense.
And 9 times out of 10 when the running game's bad, it's because of who? Not the running back, but the
offensive line.
They look terrible. They don't block nobody.
Here's my thing though, 2-5. If we're being honest, Russ was set up to fail.
Yeah.
But Russ failed. Period. You feel me? Like Russ was set up to fail, but Russ failed. And you're not allowed to fail in this predicament because you got a backup quarterback that's a first-round pick. And on average, first-round pick quarterbacks, they start by week 3. Russ, you might expedite that average. So I get it. Like, Russ, you were set up to fail, but I think he was 17 of 37. Offense looked completely anemic. There was no running game. That's fine. But you got to be better than that. So if I'm the Giants, if I'm a lose, let me lose with Jackson Dart. Let me lose with the player that at least will be exciting. Let me lose with the player that's the future of my program. If I'm going to lose anyway, I don't want to lose with the 37 or 36-year-old Russell Wilson. Let me lose with somebody that can learn from the losses, not somebody that's just going to take losses. Set up to fail, yes, but he failed nonetheless.
I bet on this game today. I think I had him by like plus 17 points.
Yep.
And that was in like my little teaser. Anyway, I didn't think he played that bad. I thought that he played solid enough with the help he had. The offensive line was terrible today.
They were.
Yo, they got to the goal line like twice. Did y'all forget?
Nah, but
and they couldn't get. Both of the running backs couldn't get the ball in there at all.
Yeah,
and
that's Russ's fault.
But yeah, to me, a little bit of it is because the hardest thing to defend at the goal line, and Shady, you know this even better than me, a mobile quarterback. And Russ is no longer a mobile quarterback. There was a play on the goal line. It was their second time at the goal line. Russ runs a bootleg. Russ, just sprint to the corner of the pylon. You'll get there before the defender. Instead, Russ is like, I don't really trust these hamstrings no more. I don't trust these quads no more. And Russ pulls up to throw it, incomplete pass. They end up settling. If that's Jackson Dart, he's running, they're getting 7. Now, I'm not saying that Jackson Dart is the savior this season. But 2-5, if they going to lose, let them lose and learn.
I just fight the easy way for people to talk about the Giants and say it's Russ's fault. Because I just told you like 2 or 3 times they got to the 1-yard line and the running backs couldn't get in there because the line blocked so bad. I watched the Commanders last year. They did a great job on offense. I was never impressed by the defense. The Giants couldn't block them at all. You would have thought they had Michael Parsons over there. The 2022 Hassan Reddick was over there. They had none of that. and they want to blame Russ. Now, I will say this. I think going forward, they're going to take more shots because I think late in the game they seen that when they took some shots, they got some plays.
So how long would you start Russ? 2-5, you doing all this talking, but like how long are you going to let Russ keep playing and keep losing?
If I watch this game, right, and they could have won this game too.
Ow.
If they bro, you got to the red zone. You got to the 2-yard line twice.
Yep.
People in the chat saying they want Jameis. Shout out Juan Patlin in the chat saying they want Jameis, but most importantly,
block him.
We just got our first ever super chat from overseas. Johnny D YNWA sent €4.99. I don't know what to call them cents over there. Whatever they are, €4.
We got
euros. Said glad you guys are doing the show.
We
Love
got
from Liverpool, UK.
European super chats. But here's the other thing about being in Europe right now. It got to be about 4 a.m. over there. So salute to you, big dog, because you'll wait. Salute to y'all right now in the Speakeasy. It's only our third day in the Speakeasy,
I don't know, dog.
It's only our third day.
It's Sunday night. It's 4 a.m. over there?
Yeah, it got to be.
Yeah. He must be doing something naughty. Why you up like this, huh? What you got going on,
he
dog?
He might be in Amsterdam. He might be at the red light district.
He know what I'm putting down.
He might be in Amsterdam.
Now, I wanted to touch more on this Giants just debacle because I love hating on them. But Brian Daboll, he's got some serious questions, and today he got into it. One of the best players on their team. We got a clip here of him.
What happened?
You know, him and Malik Neighbors had some words for each other, and then he tried to go dap him up and got left hanging. It was pretty funny.
I gotta
go ahead and take a look at it.
I gotta see it.
This ain't a good sign. This ain't a good sign, bro.
Neighbors yelling at him.
He said,
then later on, he came on, trying to dap him up. Neighbors said, yeah, that's cool. I'm not having all that. I'm not having all that.
Yo, that's the bad sign, though. You know what's a bad sign?
Why?
Because if you know Brian Daboll is a super smart dude, but he's a great coach and he's cool. He's a player's coach.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him. I was with him for like 2 years, 3 years in Buffalo. He was great. And then when you turn your back on a coach like that, and you the best player on the offense, that's not a good sign, and that's not a good future for the Giants.
Yeah.
Dayball might not be there because stuff like that.
Dayball's days are numbered.
Because Neighbors is going to be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Jackson Dart gonna be there.
Yeah.
I think of all the coaches right now on the hot seat, Brian Daboll, Mike McDaniels. Surprisingly, if Harbaugh don't get it right, if he don't get it right, he on the hot seat too. Even though the Arizona Cardinals, I believe they won today, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they did.
It was not pretty. Y'all were in a dogfight versus the Saints and Spencer Rattler. But Daboll's seat might be the hottest of all coaches in the NFL. Him and Mike McDaniel, because what the Dolphins did today was putrid. I mean, like literally, I needed a vomit bag. Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, no, the Dolphins did look really, really tough. There's also a video of Malik Neighbors on the bench. The caption says, "Life on Russell Wilson is your quarterback." It's like you said, Malik Neighbors will be there in the future because I think he's a straight up dog. Now it's unfortunate though that's his current situation though with
and I feel bad for him because he's a great player and he's a great kid. Man, I had a chance to hang out with him, talk to him a little bit. And it's funny because the year he got drafted, me and Acho was definitely there at the symposium, right? Where rookies come in.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to him, and he was obviously happy to be drafted. He was happy about it, right? But there was a part of him was like, yo, man, like my quarterback is Daniel Jones. Like most people ain't gonna be too happy about that.
Yeah.
And now you got to deal with this, so I feel bad for him. Hopefully they works it out. But